the live thingy is up. Well, it's up over here. There for me, right there.
Hope Martin is, as I gesture toward Hope, who is sharing the screen with me. Hope Martin is a visual artist. I am a paranormal cozy mystery writer. Hope and I have known each other a long time in a variety of contexts. The ekphrastic stuff that we're talking about, we've previously both been parts of art shows that paired writers and artists to use each other as inspiration springboards. And with that process is actually called ekphrasis and goes all the way back to ancient Greece and probably other parts of the world at other times as well. So last year, Hope approached me and said, do you want to try to do something like that? Like just the two of us? And I said, sure. So the mystery series I write is set in Casper, Missouri, which is a college town and cosmic crossroads. Casper is a place where parallel worlds intersect and are visible one into another, but there's not much interaction among those worlds. Casper's pretty well sealed. You can see, but you can't touch, kind of thing. And so I sent Hope a description of one of the other universes that kind of drifts through our world's Casper, or, you know, the book world's Casper. Since Casper doesn't exist in our world, I have to remind myself of that.
Right.
And that's where the Oropendula came from, that Hope was just showing you. And then I took for inspiration one of the sets of sketches that Hope has already done, her Haunted Woods series.
Yes.
And then I, just as I had written up a little something about the Oropendula that Hope did the beautiful sketch of, then I wrote up something in response to Hope's Haunted Woods series.
So yes, we did one earlier. Now I did the Oropendula, and I can show that.
Yes.
Share. Is it sharing?
Woo, it is.
Okay, so there's the Oropendula I did based on your Casper Oropendula writing. Colored pencils on this black paper, which I absolutely love. It doesn't quite in real life have the punch that this screenshot has of it, unfortunately. So I'm kind of, you know, like, okay, if I do another one, how am I going to punch that up? And I do not know yet.
Do you want to show them your Haunted Woods?
Sure, let me pull that up. So let's see if I go to share.
Now that you've got the now that you've got the screen share trick for the Haunted Woods.
Yes.
And you should know, Hope and I are very proud of ourselves for figuring out how to do live streams together. And the teenagers in our lives all think it is ridiculously hilarious that we are so stinking proud of ourselves.
That's right.
You've got more Haunted Woods pieces also.
There are a few here and there, yeah. And they've just kind of started as just a sketching exercise. And then these little guys started showing up, cat-shaped things that you wrote about so wonderfully. That was just so, I was tickled. That was so cool.
Yep, the little tricksters in the woods.
Yes, yeah.
Exchange.
Right.
We are going to do another exchange, and this live stream is at the top of the exchange. So we haven't done anything with the new exchange yet, except that I've identified a work of Hope's that I want to write about, and I have given Hope a very basic topic that I will be writing up. So I'll be writing up an entry, and we've fictionalized these as entries for the Casper Convention and Visitors Bureau Ghostly Plants and Ghostly Wildlife Guides.
Ooh.
So Casper's paranormal tourists can all come and see this stuff as it kind of fades in and out from other universes.
I'm so excited about that. So the theme was confinement, and it's based on or inspired by the Amortol's book, A Gentleman in Moscow. Let's see if I can find a bigger. This kind of evolved over a series of images and thinking about confinement, being confined for your own good kind of thing. This is the reference that I compiled. So the background is a picture of the chicken wire with the dewdrops, which attracted my attention. And that is a chrysalis that I found out in the chicken coop one day. And then superimposed on top, you can just kind of see that Fibonacci spiral in there. So that's what I started with. There was a lot of them.
Yeah.
And here's the sketch on better paper where it's getting bigger. And I started reducing the number of the wires in there to coincide with the dimensions of that Fibonacci spiral.
Ooh.
Steps working through that, playing with the spider web in there, making it simpler. Where I settled on a very strategic placing of those little dewdrops or air bubbles, depending on how they look to you. Maybe you can see the reference there. The 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. So I was like, ooh, and what that meant.
Remind me again, which Toll's title?
A Gentleman in Moscow.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got myself a used copy from our local used book purveyor, Yellow Dog, downtown.
Well, I thought it was really neat. When I looked at it on your website yesterday, as I was just kind of looking through, I knew I had seen several pieces that I had thought it would be fun to work on. And I saw that one and I just thought, ooh, for all of Casper's ghostly mystique, for all of the, for a place where literally anything can happen, that seemed like something I would like to help make happen in Casper. And it's fascinating that it started with a chrysalis on a chicken coop and an Amor Towles novel. Yes, I will be then writing up something for the Casper Wildlife Guide from Hope's work. And then in turn, I'm going to write up a piece for Hope. Hope is going to get to create some sentient kelp for you all.
How do you feel about writing about sentient kelp?
I'm excited.
I am too now, but at first, my first thought was, well, there's something I've never thought of.
In the mall. Sentient kelp in the mall.
In the mall. Ooh,
in the mall.
Even better.
It's part of the universe that Octavia the Octopus Crossing Guard is part of. So
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm discovering as I go back and I looked back over all those materials this week that I've proposed in the the little officious little bureaucratic précis that goes with each of these entries, that there is a larger guide that catalogs all of the yes, Stephanie, yes, you're hearing that correctly. Sentient kelp in the mall. Yep. Yep, it's
it is.
You never know. But that it's been so fun to create this notion that there's a ghostly plant guide and there's a ghostly wildlife guide, and that they're both sort of extractives for general readership out of the more academic tome that is the encyclopedic listing of all of the ghostly universes that have been documented as intersecting with Castor. And I'm realizing that larger encyclopedic tome only kind of exists up here in peace. and some of them kind of mutually contradictory pieces. So this is a kind of fun way of keeping me honest about the mythos I'm creating around Casper. I know. And in fact, in another writer thing, I was talking about a possible like Atlantis kind of scenario with a private investigator who had an office above a bar, and that's I think Harper Kincaid gets credit for saying, so this would be like Pirates of the Caribbean meets SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah, I've had the experience of walking in a kelp forest in the ocean once in my life. This was a high school trip to France. We went to the beach at Saint Malo, and the whole first like 20 feet of ocean were all just these kelp forest shallows. And it was this incredibly surreal atmosphere. So that's
I can
where
imagine.
the inspiration for the sentient kelp came from.
Get out of my fronds.
Waving, and you're walking through it, and it's just kind of petting you as you go through.
Hadn't thought of it that way, but okay, yeah. Being petted by sea kelp. Interesting.
Yeah. This will be our exchange. We'll do another live stream at the end of the exchange. Yes. Hope can talk more about her process, kind of manifesting the sentient kelp on paper.
How to do that.
And I will read you the bits I come up with, both about the kelp and what I come up with in response to imperative constraint. Hope's beautiful painting.
Okay. So we'll keep it secret, hush hush, until early April. We'll have another one of these and reveal either the finished product or. Marta is a writer, and her 2 channels that she's got, if you're interested in doing any writing, Jade, and need some help, she has some wonderful content on her channels to walk you through step by step how to write a novel. And even if writing isn't your thing, she does some great book recommendations. I've picked up several books because of the recommendations that she's made, looking at very diverse authors, different backgrounds.
And I'm actually breaking the format now.
That's right.
After doing it every day for NaNoWriMo, and then taking a breather, I realized I stay on track better with a shorter video. So I'm going to be doing the edit your novel content videos separate from the book review videos, and then I'll just pop in book reviews as I have them ready. So
awesome. Yeah, they're great. I've really enjoyed them. You're alternating channels, you're doing your book recommendations. I've got weekly studio updates that come out Saturday publicly. Wednesdays, Monday I sit down and just sketch something, anything just for me to kind of keep that going. And then that comes up available on Wednesdays and publicly. And then just whatever little videos that kind of come to mind. We'll do this again early April. Maybe we'll figure it all out by then. Probably not, but we'll try. A little bit more. Not all of it.
I'm sure we will still be a source of amusement to the teenagers in our lives.
Oh, of course. That's what we live for. Got it. So I can comment as me. Hiya.
Or as God.
All. Okay. Share. Share screen.
Share screen, share screen, share screen, share screen.
Ooh, it does a whole lot of things.